Since 2001, the BET Awards have included a category recognizing top female athletes. For years, Serena Williams dominated this award, reportedly winning it 16 times. Now retired, the title of Sportswoman of the Year has recently gone to Angel Reese. Despite her limited skill set and controversial on-court presence, she has now received this honor 2 years in a row. Angel Reese, often spotlighted more for her antics than athletic ability, continues to gain recognition, drawing scrutiny from many who argue she embodies negative stereotypes about women's basketball. Critics point out that her popularity stems less from performance and more from provocation, particularly when it comes to her interactions with high-profile figures like Caitlin Clark and conservative audiences. To the WNBA, because she's getting so much attention and she's so unskilled, she confirms nearly every stereotype about women's basketball, that it's hot garbage and hot trash. But she's the winner of this award. Oh, A'ja Wilson, haven't we all heard? A'ja Wilson is the best basketball player. This focus on Reese has led to broader questions. Why is she receiving elevated attention over other top-tier players like A'ja Wilson, who is widely regarded as the WNBA's standout talent? Many believe Wilson, with her exceptional record and professionalism, represents the sport's excellence far better. However, she remains overlooked in favor of someone with a more polarizing public image. Some argue that the choice to celebrate Reese is driven by a cultural agenda, one that prioritizes confrontation with traditional norms and conservative values over merit-based recognition. This trend is seen by critics as part of a broader shift where symbolic gestures and political statements are given precedence over true achievement and integrity. This approach is seen as counterproductive not only for black women in sports but for the credibility of women's sports overall. Elevating personalities based on controversy rather than excellence may generate social media buzz but offers little long-term value to athletes or the leagues they represent. By centering attention on Reese, voices of more deserving individuals such as A'ja Wilson, Napheesa Collier, or even Caitlin Clark are being pushed aside. The celebration of figures seen as divisive or superficial over those with demonstrable skill and achievement undermines the legitimacy of the awards and the sport itself. Such choices reflect a troubling trend, rewarding image over impact, performance, or leadership. It's a strategy seen not only in sports but in other cultural arenas where individuals like Clarence Thomas or Ben Carson are often dismissed or disparaged, not based on qualifications but on political alignment and perceived cultural allegiance. Figures like Justice Thomas or Doc Carson, despite their professional excellence, are often sidelined because they don't align with progressive narratives. Meanwhile, others are elevated in their place, sometimes regardless of their qualifications or clarity of beliefs. That's the agenda of black women, particularly feminist black women. What can we do to annoy men? We have a problem with men. We've already dominated and subdued and pushed into submission the black man. Now our goal is the white man. And so we wake up every day. This pattern mirrors what's now happening in women's sports. Angel Reese's rise as a public figure appears to be less about athletic merit and more about symbolic representation. With a brand built on viral moments, fashion statements, and online personas, she is portrayed as a champion, not for her dominance on the court, but for her cultural visibility. Such positioning raises questions about the direction of women's sports and media, less by excellence and more by provocation. This trajectory, if unchecked, may ultimately do more harm than good to the institutions and communities it claims to empower. Contemporary professional but the game that's being executed, the strategy that's being executed by black women at the behest of people that want to destroy America is wake up every day and say, what can I do to annoy white people? That will help me. This is the twisted mindset, the twisted logic of black people. And so, in order to annoy white people, let's venerate, celebrate. The current level of scrutiny facing certain athletes represents unprecedented pressure in modern sports, comparable only to Jackie Robinson's experiences during base battle resistance and professional skepticism. Similarly, modern athletes face intense media attention, social criticism, and elevated expectations that create comparable psychological challenges. The comparison highlights how external pressure can either destroy athletic careers or forge exceptional resilience and performance capabilities. Athletes who successfully navigate these challenges often achieve legendary status through their responses to adversity. Caitlin Clark's recent performance against the undefeated New York Liberty exemplified extraordinary athletic achievement under maximum pressure. Her 32-point output included 25 first-half points and 6 first-half three-pointers from extraordinary distances. The shooting display featured consecutive three-point conversions from 31, 33, and 32 feet respectively. These distances exceed typical three-point range by significant margins, requiring exceptional accuracy and confidence under competitive pressure. The performance drew comparisons to Stephen Curry and Damian Lillard's most impressive displays. Though the consecutive nature and distance of Clark's attempts may represent unprecedented achievement in professional basketball, regardless of gender. Commentary teams became speechless during the sequence, unable to provide adequate description for the exceptional display of shooting skill and competitive execution under pressure. The performance invited comparisons to Tiger Woods' dominant 2000 U.S. Open victory at Pebble Beach, where Woods won by 15 strokes in one of golf's most commanding major championship performances. Woods' 2000 U.S. Open represented complete athletic dominance where superior skill, mental preparation, and competitive execution created insurmountable advantages over elite competition. The comparison suggests Clark's performance achieved similar levels of dominance within basketball context. Both performances demonstrated how exceptional athletes can transcend normal competitive parameters through combinations of skill, preparation, and mental toughness that separate elite performers from their peers. The parallel emphasizes how certain athletic achievements become transcendent moments that redefine performance expectations and competitive standards within their respective sports. External criticism and intense scrutiny have created opportunities for character development and performance enhancement rather than competitive deterioration. Athletes who respond positively to pressure often achieve career-defining moments. The concept of pressure creating diamonds reflects how challenging environments can forge exceptional resilience and competitive excellence. Athletes who embrace rather than avoid pressure situations often discover previously unknown capabilities. Clark's response to peer criticism, media skepticism, and elevated expectations has consistently resulted in enhanced performance levels and increasingly impressive competitive displays. Angel Reese's recent performance against the Connecticut Sun demonstrated how pressure can catalyze significant player development and strategic awareness. Her triple-double achievement, 11 points, 13 rebounds, 11 assists, reflected substantial tactical evolution. Despite modest shooting efficiency, 2 in 7 field goals, Reese's overall impact demonstrated enhanced basketball intelligence, improved teammate facilitation, and greater strategic restraint compared to previous performances. The performance suggested developing self-awareness regarding optimal role definition and strategic positioning within team concepts. This evolution reflects maturation often accelerated by external pressure and criticism. Reese's enhanced facilitating ability and improved decision-making represented responses to constructive criticism from respected basketball analysts and former players. Candace Parker's analytical commentary regarding different player impacts and teammate elevation provided constructive pressure that influenced subsequent performance improvement. Parker's critique emphasized the importance of facilitating teammate success rather than individual statistical accumulation. Parker's status as arguably the most accomplished women's basketball player lends significant credibility to her analytical assessments and strategic observations. Her platform and expertise create meaningful influence on current player development. The criticism focused specifically on teammate elevation capabilities, suggesting that individual excellence must be balanced with enhancing overall team performance and competitive effectiveness. This type of respected criticism can serve as catalyst for player development when received by athletes with sufficient maturity and competitive intelligence to implement suggested improvements. Reese's evolved performance demonstrated recognition of optimal strategic positioning as facilitator and rebounder rather than primary offensive option. This role clarity enhanced overall effectiveness and team competitiveness. The adjusted approach emphasized rebounding excellence, strategic passing, selective shot selection, and improved free throw execution. These modifications created more sustainable and impactful competitive contribution. Strategic self-awareness represents professional careers from those limited by poor strategic understanding outstanding. The Chicago Sky's 2-7 record created additional pressure for individual players to demonstrate value and competitive contribution. Competitive team struggles can either motivate individual improvement or create additional performance anxiety. Athletes who respond positively in competitive focus represent significant psychological challenges.